Doctors, I want to thank you all for having agreed to enter into this experiment with all of us through space and time. We're all in different locations. In fact, we're in different time zones. And I have a prediction of a playing card in this envelope that you all know I placed in there yesterday. Maddie, you have a deck of cards at your home. Now, none of us know, there they are, none of us know the order of those cards. And I'm going to ask you to disrupt that order even more, please, by shuffling that deck up, however you so choose. Once you feel that order is totally randomized, then I'm going to ask you, please, to count 8 cards face down into a little pile on the table in front of you, and then discard the rest of the deck. And we will just work with those 8 cards. When you're ready, you can just say, cards mixed. I have the 8 cards in a little pile on the table in front of me.
Have the cards mix and took out 8 cards.
Perfect. Now, please, without showing us in the camera, I'll have you pick up those 8 cards and mix those face down so they're completely randomized. So what we have done, you have shuffled up a deck, dealt 8 face cards down. None of us know what those cards are. And then you are in the process of mixing those 8 cards. None of us know what the 8 cards are, and none of us know what the order of them is. There would be no way we could know unless we are able to predict the future. Now, you have the 8 cards. I'm going to have you put that packet of 8 cards outside of the camera into the palm of your hand. Then I'm going to ask you, please, to pick up the top card. Don't show it to us, only show it to yourself. Please memorize it. Place it face down back on top of that packet. I'm going to ask you at this juncture to take an invisible dice and roll it on the table and then look at that number. I want you then, using that number, to take one at a time the cards from the top to the bottom of that packet, following that number on your invisible dice that you rolled. And once you've done that, please tell us you've done it,
Okay.
because I'm going to have you do that again. Same number of cards, one at a time from the top to the bottom. And once you've completed that, please let us know.
Yep.
Perfect. Then I'll have you deal a row at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 from left to right, face down. Have you deal off the packet. And then I'll have you deal a row below that from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, face down. All done.
Yep.
I'm going to have you now take your right hand above the cards on the top row of the table. I just want you to run your hand over the top. Aha. I want you to run your hand all the way to the right to the last card in the top row without looking at it. I want you to pick it up and discard it. Please believe me, that's not your card because I didn't feel any energy emanating from it. Now I want you to take your right hand and run it over all the cards in the bottom row. Aha. I want you to take the last card furthest to the right in that row and discard it. We don't even have to look at it. I felt no energy coming from it. Now, I'll ask you to take the cards in the top row, keeping them in place, just turn them face up, keeping them in place where they are. And then I'll ask you to do the same with the cards in the bottom row, turning them face up where they are. Interestingly enough now, you are the only person who sees your card. What I'd like you to do is to look wherever your card is, without showing it to us, pick it up and exchange it with the card to the left of it or the card to the right of it. And once you've completed that, please say, I'm all set.
I'm set.
Great. Now, I'm going to ask you, please, out loud, to tell us the top row, starting at the left. What are the three cards in the top row, left, middle, and right? What are those cards?
So we have three of spades, 10 of diamonds, and king of hearts.
Okay, very good. Now, I want you please to look at the bottom row, and I want you to tell us the three cards in that row, starting at the left and coming across to the right.
So the queen of hearts, six of diamonds, and the jack of hearts.
Very good. Now, I want you please to look at those cards without telling us your card. Is your card, am I seeing it in the top row? That's what I
Yep.
thought. Okay, now, a card was placed into this envelope yesterday. And what I want you to do is just now, in a moment, I am going to ask you, if you will, in a moment, to pick up your card, hold it, turn it face down. Okay. I'm removing the one card in the envelope. Would you please, in a moment, turn your card face around to us in a moment, telling us what your card is, remembering this card that I removed from the envelope has been in there since yesterday, sealed in that envelope, sight unseen. You took a deck unknown to all of us here except yourself from your home, shuffled it, dealt out 8 random cards face down, shuffled those, and then selected one card. Would you please tell us as you turn it around what your card is?
I have the 10 of diamonds.
And in fact, the one card in the envelope this entire time is in fact the 10 of diamonds, predicting the future. Fact, fiction, I think reality. Thank you all for allowing me to take you on this journey into predicting the future.